I thought it'd be a lot sooner that we would see faces of characters from different points in the series, because even if this is like it's pretty much its own series in a way, with some like ties to Akame got Kill. Like, you could actually read Hinowa got crushed without reading anything about Akame got Kill, and you'd be relatively fine, because outside of Akame, there's not a lot of the portions of the other story that are referenced. There's not like that many people just popping up and you're like, man, I gotta go. It's not like Wave or somebody just kind of like appeared. But that is something though that I want to talk about in this chapter, because for the most part the chapter was, it was pretty quick. It was pretty just pretty straightforward. Like, Akame is unshackled. Like, she does not have anything to tie her down from her the curse that she had from her old trump card. And here she's just kind of just going off. She's just slicing down everybody in her way. We already saw that she was like on par with some of these bigger people, even with the curse weighing her down and making her body so weak that, she only was like a ghost of her former self. But she was just pretty much just destroying everybody right now. And I feel like there's not gonna be anybody on their side that can deal with her when she's like back at her peak, which makes sense when you really kind of like look at this series versus Akame got Kill. Like, Akame got Kill had a lot bigger, more powerful characters. Got crushed just way more grounded, way more kind of like closer to, I'd say, like, when it comes to like big things between characters, like, it's like basic stats and skills that make them different. There's not anything like crazy power level or broken hacks to really kind of push them apart. It seems to be mostly just like, oh yeah, okay, this character's way faster. This character has some like slight trick to their weapon. Like, it's not the same level of like super OP abilities that that completely just like will shatter a scenario, which is cool. At the same time, like, I'm fine with either or. I think both of them are cool. I do like that the two concepts aren't clashing much. You don't have like a bunch of people showing up with all these broken ass powers from the Kame ga Kill area, and I think that's a good thing, because if you had those show up, it would just kind of diminish a little bit of the threat of some of the Hinowa characters, just because they don't have as many crazy abilities. But as it were, like, you have Hinowa just going off at the beginning of this. Like, she's just slicing dudes down. They're taking people out, just getting everything all worked up. Like I said, this chapter for the most part was pretty straightforward. Like, you have take down like the traitor that was on their side. They're just doing everything they can to push this situation back in their favor, but that's not going to happen because they've already lost they already lost Isame. They now have lost the princess, and there's a character that shows up. What's this guy's name? It was Nahashu, and I was a little bit confused for a moment because he looks kind of like the boss of the Night Raid section that the main cast was in. I can't remember her name, but I went and looked. I think this character is from the prequel, and I haven't finished the prequel. I'm only like halfway through, and I thought about reading through the prequel and then getting to this one, and then like pushing back the review of this chapter until I read the prequel. But I think we'll finish the prequel, but I think it would be a lot more fun to finish, like, do this review and then go back and then read the prequel before the next chapter, so I get the context, so I understand like what's so special about this Nahashu character. What's so special about this guy? Why is this one why is this character such a big deal that I should be like, oh, this guy showing up is important? Like, I assume that he is. Like, if this is somebody that can mess with Akame, then I assume that this guy's like gonna be a pretty significant threat in comparison to whatever events go down in like the main series. Or, well, I guess the whatever goes down in this one, I guess it's still the main series, but you know what I mean? like stuff from previous events kind of carrying over. I would hope so, but I do really want to know how this kind of progresses. Like, what does this character showing up mean? I think that's, in my opinion, going to be the most fun part in finishing the prequel, finding out more about this Nahashu guy, and then getting to the main series and be like, okay, well, now that I read the story, I know what this guy is capable of. Where is this going to lead to? Because I assume that ties to Akame's backstory. I know that the prequel is primarily about her. It's primarily about Akame. And I really am curious to know, like, is this somebody that is a threat to her? Is this somebody that is on equal footing to her, that they actually have a chance of fighting back against Akame? Because as I've seen so far, nobody on their side, on the enemy side, can do anything to, like, an unbound Akame. But this character, maybe, it looks like it. It was able to intercept her and able to kind of, like, fight back some of her sword slashes. So he's definitely fast enough. He's definitely fast enough to do it, and Akame doesn't have the brokenness of her one-shot slice sword, so it'll just come down to technique and speed between them, I would assume, and I don't know what this guy's abilities are. Like, I don't know what his powers are, I don't know what he's bringing to the table, so maybe what he has is better than Akame, because I don't think Akame really has any special abilities with her new weapon. I don't think it's like, it has like, oh, it has its own power that, you know, your strikes hit faster, you know, as you go, or, you know, something. So, like I said, I'm actually really looking forward to reading the prequel, and what this guy will actually mean also for the enemy's ranks, because they've lost a couple people already of their, like, high-ranking, you know, star folk, but this guy, if he's able to mess with Akame, like, I would assume that he's above them and he's probably like the right hand of the king or something. I don't know. Either way, comment below, thumbs up the video. I'm like, either way, what does that even mean? Anyway, thumbs up the video, but friendly like button, subscribe. But like I said, it was pretty fast to read. For the most part, it was just like them, you know, kind of realizing that they have to retreat. Things are not looking the best for them. They're in a bad position, a bad situation. And now it's going to be either fight back against what looks like a losing battle or retreat and try and fight for a different day. So that's definitely going to be interesting to see, like, how all the cast kind of deal with this. Because they're definitely in a bad spot. I mean, if they... The problem that I have is, like, if they don't take back the princess, then, like, we're gonna see a bunch of panels of her getting, like, raped and tortured. I bet it's gonna be painful, especially, like, when I know that, like, but my favorite character in the series so far got completely killed, and then his girl got defiled by this stupid shitty ass king guy. It's rough. Anyway, either way, though, comment below, thumbs up the video, friend the like button and subscribe button, and check out my other videos. Other than that, I appreciate everybody that subscribed. Thank you all for listening. Bye.